What's happening, everyone? Welcome to GBALL Vision. I hope you are doing fantastic today. In this video, we are going to be covering some of my favorite knives for under $100. Let's kick it off with the Kaiser T1. Now, this is a great example of a folding pocket knife that's not gonna break the bank, that has awesome materials that are going to be EDC friendly, work friendly, size friendly. No matter if you have bigger hands, smaller hands, it does not matter. This is going to be perfect. I have bigger hands and this fits me very well with a little bit of room to spare. You have that awesome drop point blade. This is coated in a PVD coating. It is 154 cm blade steel. Dual thumb studs for your deployment. The T1 is not a new knife, and it is definitely a very popular knife. All the hardware has been blacked out. You can see on this blade possibly some of the use and wear and tear that I've put on it. The PVD coating has held up very well. The 154 that Kaiser does is top-notch stuff. You do have a backspacer from G10 with an integrated lanyard hole. You have a nice minimal steel rollover clip that the screws are recessed. It is not reversible, and the clip is slightly recessed, but it's still resting on top of the micarta, still nice and centered. The action on this is absolutely insane. I absolutely love the T1. There are a couple different flavors of this knife that you can get, but this is definitely my favorite version of the knife. The ergos are great, aesthetics are great, the material choices are right on point in my opinion for an all-around user, EDC work knife. This is going to be a perfect primary carry. It's going to be very hard to beat. If you have not checked out the Kizer T1, definitely high up on my list of knives that are under $100. Let's go ahead and check out another one. Second guy is going to be a newer knife. I cannot get this knife out of my hand, out of my head. The CJRB Riff. This is very new from CJRB. You do have a stone-washed RPM 9 blade, proprietary steel from Artisan CJRB. This is a button lock. You do have a nice flipper tab, and then you have this nice deep well fuller for the reverse and thumb flick with a incredible spring detent on this guy. The ergos are great. You can even come back here and have like a finger hanging off, and it's still very comfortable. And then choked up, you got a nice guard here for your fingers. I love the blade shape. I love the handle, how it swells here at the end. Open construction. There is no internal milling, but I don't think that it really needs any internal milling. I think it's a great weight. You know, it's not meant to be lightweight. It's definitely a good weight, a good size, feels good in hand. You know you have a solid, well-built knife. Nice thick steel liners, thick micarta handles. You have two standoffs there. You have a deep carry rollover pocket clip. I'm not sure. I think this is reversible, so you can switch it to lefty carry. It's a steel rollover clip. The screws have been recessed. This is, look at that, I missed it. That's how strong this thing is. It is just incredibly good. I absolutely love the Riff. I can't get enough of this knife. So well done. Let's go ahead and check out another one. The Savivi Sukoki is like a first quarter release from CIVIVI. It's a Ray Laconico design, and this thing is phenomenal. You're getting a nice drop point, almost spear point blade. It's coated PVD 14C 28N blade steel. You do have dual thumb studs and a front flipper that is just excellently executed from Ray Laconico. I love this design. You have a nice, slender, minimal handle here, very neutral. Great ergos on this guy. You can choke right up behind the blade. You do have a almost full micarta backspacer. This is some very unique micarta. Let's see if we can zoom in here and get a closer look at that micarta. It's very unique stuff. You can see the texturing in it, the patterning in it. I think it's unique. It's not my first choice, but when I bought this knife, I was looking for something a little different, and you can feel the layers and texturing in this knife. Not only can you see it, but you can feel it. I love how they blacked out the hardware on this guy. You have a deep carry steel rollover clip that has been recessed along with the pocket screws. And then it is reversible for lefty carry as well. We'll zoom you back out here. The Sukoki is by far and away one of the best under $100 knives of the year. Ray Laconico and CIVIVI make a great team. You don't have a ton of access to that liner, but they give you, it protrudes a little bit, but they give you some nice jimping there. So you can still come in from the side, come in from the front. So I have really no complaints with this guy as far as the liner is concerned. And then you have a nice slimmer profile as well. So I think the Savivi Sukoki is probably, if not the best, one of the best Savivi models to come out in 2023. Absolutely love this knife. It's one of the only Savivis that I bought this year, and I do not regret it one bit. We'll check out another one here, and this guy is coming from Vastid Knives, who in the coming weeks and months are going to be coming with some absolute firepower. They have some amazing designs coming out soon, and they already have some amazing designs out. They've had to tweak some things and redo some things, you know, growing pains. They're learning, and I admire their willingness to listen to the community and make changes on the fly. You know, they had some issues with some button locks and some other various things that they took on the chin, and they started to correct them. So I have no problems with a knife company who has an issue and makes it right with the customers, and on top of that, they fix the issue, change it so it's a non-issue. Vastid is going places, in my opinion. So the GATOR here is an absolute beast, coming in over 9 inches. This is the Wharncliffe edition. They also did a sheep's foot version of this knife. It comes with 2 different thumb studs, or you can leave them out and have a hole and mini fuller combo. You can leave them in. I went with the bigger studs. It comes with a small and big pair of studs. I went with the big ones. I like thumb studs. And then you also have this mini fuller here. Not really something I use, but you can use it if you want. It also has a nice front flipper there. You can tell Vastid likes their multi-deploying knives. You also have a pretty minimal rear flipper tab, and it works very, very good in my opinion. You can do all the fun stuff with this guy, and I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun throwing that over 4-inch blade out with that front flipper. It's a cool feeling, and I love the blade shape. Absolutely love it. You got this nice straight utility blade here. You still have a nice point there for any poking type task that you would need to do, but I love the straight edge on this knife. You do have copper pivot collars with a very cool pivot. It's kind of like a geared pivot almost, and then you have this frag textured micarta here, almost comparative to GATOR scales, I think is what they were going for. I think it's, I think it's a cool idea, a cool design. I love that they made it left-hand carry friendly, but they gave us a filler tab, baby. And this is a budget-ended knife, and they threw a filler tab in there for us, unlike CIVIVI, who very often leaves out a filler tab. Sometimes it's not a big deal because it's not even noticeable, but other times on a bright red aluminum handled knife where you can plain as day see it, it should have had a filler tab, but that's neither here nor there. This guy is lefty friendly, and they recessed the pocket clip and the screws, give you plenty of room under there. This will fit in any size pants. I love the pocket clip. It's got a ton of retention. It's wide. You don't feel it in hand at all. You literally do not even feel that there. And then you can choke up right behind the edge there for some more detailed, controlled type cuts. I love this knife. I love the design. I love the swedges up here, the flat here. It's just very cool, unique. You do not see this blade shape very often. Not a Wharncliffe per se, but this style of knife. It almost reminds me of the Stout in a way, with the flat and the swedge, and it just very, very unique and very cool. Open construction, 2 posts here. You do have some internal circular milling on the clip side, and then you have some bigger circular milling there on the show side. It's a heavier knife, but it's also 9 inches. So it is not a small boy by any means. This thing will be able to tackle the biggest of obstacles that you would face with a pocket knife. They give you great access to that liner, and they threw some jimping on there for you. The action is great. I'm a huge fan of the Vastid GATOR, and I cannot wait to see what they come out with here in the future. I know some of the models that are coming, and they look outstanding. So I'm excited to see what Vastid gives us for the rest of the year and then the following years to come. But that'll wrap this one up, guys. If you want to check out some more content, go ahead and click on this video or this video. I recommend this one though. I recommend that one. Definitely click on that one. If you are new here and not subscribed, click on that GBALL Vision logo there on the center of your screen. I would love to have you here or down below the video. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. It makes my day. It really does. I get truly excited when I get comments from you guys. It warms my heart. I love you guys. Have a good one, and I will catch you on the next one.